Its foundation is more than the accomplishments of any individual player. A team is a support system comprised of role players and standouts, unified by a common goal. The elite teams are forged through adversity, seeking out the best competition wherever that may take them. Today, their journey has brought them to the ESPN Wide World of Sports, where teams will have to elevate their game to become national champions. The busiest sports complex in the country over the last 11 days has been the ESPN Wide World of Sports and the Walt Disney World Resort. 42nd AAU Junior Girls National Volleyball Championships, the 16 Premier Final on deck, with Oklahoma taking on South Carolina and Axis Elite Rocks. The road to the championship, Axis Elite needing 3 sets to take down Epic United. Oklahoma Peak Performance doing the same to Alamo North. This should be an outstanding championship match. Great to have you with us, everybody. Drew Felios alongside the former UCF star Aaron Campbell. And Aaron, this Axis Elite club representing South Carolina has only been in existence 3 years. They're making an impact on the club scene, but what kind of challenges do they have to deal with Oklahoma today?
Well, when you look at the Oklahoma Peak Performance team, the tail of tape, there's just so much height difference between these two teams. But Axis Elite Rocks, they are such a good defensive team, so it's going to be a battle between offense and defense, and I'm excited to see who's going to win today. Could not believe the size of the young ladies playing for Oklahoma as we were watching them in the pregame. You look up and down their roster, who are the players that really stand out? It's definitely Hallie Hembray. She's actually a beach player. She's a right side, so she's going to get a lot of attacks today. And then you have Allie Evans. She's actually a Tulsa commit, and she's going to be a really effective hitter for this Oklahoma Peak Performance team today. They're led by head coach Will Etheridge. He's also the head coach at Edmond Santa Fe High School in Oklahoma. He's been coaching volleyball 25 years. Outstanding at his craft. For Axis Elite, some of their star players. You have 2 major players. You have the outside hitter, Allison Witten. She's only a freshman. And then the middle blocker, Anna Stevenson. She's actually committed to Auburn, so they're going to get her the ball as much as possible. They're led by Michael Witten. He has been coaching 10 years. He took the 15-year-olds to a 3rd place finish a couple years back. He's looking to better that here this afternoon. We're going to do rally scoring, play best 2 out of 3 sets. First couple sets played at 25. If a 3rd set is needed, we'll play that one to 15. So we're set to get underway. Axis Elite Rocks at Oklahoma Peak Performance. The Oklahoma team will wear the light blue lettering and dark uniforms. And they will start it off serving with Erica Scholl, the setter, putting it in the air. Nebraska Elite winning the 16 Open Championship. This the 16 Premier title on the line. Axis Elite wearing the black and the light green lettering. And the first kill of the match goes to Axis Elite. It's 1-0. And ball control for Axis Elite is going to be key in this match. They have to get really good passes so they can create opportunities for their attackers. And that's just a great swing off the right side to get the first point. That was Christina Ellwenger getting her team the scoring column. Now from the back row, Ellwenger again. This one sails long. It'll be a point for Oklahoma. Oklahoma Peak Performance based in the metro area of Oklahoma City. They'll run that 6-2 formation in this championship match. Now Erica Scholl will set it up. A nice swing from the back row, and that paints the line. Another point for Oklahoma. Axis Elite Rocks, that's probably one of the only times you won't see their whole team on the floor diving after a ball. It just caught the block a little bit strange, slowed the ball down and changed direction. Very difficult to read that ball. That was Jordan Kramer with the kill. This one's sailing out, hit wide, so Kramer will serve it once again. It's Oklahoma program focusing on skill, character, also strength and conditioning. Aaron, you were very surprised to hear Coach Etheridge talk about that. And nutrition. I mean, it's so critical that we educate these kids on proper nutrition, especially since they're athletes and how they fuel their body. But having a club that really focuses on all aspects of it. He said character development, nutrition, and conditioning and strength.
That's Alexandra Wright, the middle blocker, going up and nailing that one down. And another point. Anna Stevenson headed to Auburn University, the one major recruit for Coach Michael Witten's team.
And you wouldn't be able to tell so far in this match that the height is so lopsided because Axis Elite has really been swinging away at the ball in the front line.
Oklahoma, bam, very quickly. They go to Malia Kahilo, number 2. Now here's Witten. Nice dig by Jordan Kramer. Defensive specialist. Can really go get it. Back row shot now. Christina Ellwanger kept alive by Oklahoma. And you can tell this South Carolina team really taking their swings as you
expect from each opponent, and they just both said this is going to be such a great match because both teams will just battle away and play really tough volleyball. So I expect this to be a really competitive match.
Van Gasser keeps it alive. Now Cassidy Muse puts it over for Oklahoma. And at the net, how about Peyton Bagwell? She takes her opportunity.
Running all kinds of plays. We talked to Coach Michael Witten. He said tempo is the name of the game for them. They run a really fast offense. You can see it there. They actually ran 2 quick sets to joust that defense.
Cassidy Muse with the point. Wears number 3 for Oklahoma. Now she heads out of the game. Substitution. Cassidy Muse, also a golfer. There she is right there, number 3. Golf and volleyball. That's an interesting combination.
It is. I've never seen anybody play both sports, but you know, one is when you have such a mental game like golf, coming into a match like this, you have your mind right. You have your teammates to depend on. It's not individual.
Big block. 1 and 22. Bagwell and Stevenson combining.
And good footwork, good communication. It's a great block by Peyton Bagwell, stepping right in front of the ball and the attacker.
Oh, nicely set up. Allie Evans, the Tulsa commit, swinging away.
That set looked like it was a little bit fast, so it actually, the tempo dictated how fast she had to take her approach. And she just ran right in there, took a really nice, quick 3 steps.
Evans served nice and low, and this one not coming back. Axis had a hard time playing it. Ryan Emmert finished it off for Oklahoma. Allie Evans, the Tulsa commit. You know, Aaron, they play some pretty good volleyball there.
They do. We had a few head-on competitive matches with Tulsa. They were in our conference, so they have just such a rich tradition of winning.
This one sails long. Oklahoma Peak Performance has now opened up a 2-point lead.
And when you're the underdog, like Axis Elite Rocks is a little bit in this match, you cannot give Oklahoma Peak Performance any more points than they're going to get. You have to play low-error volleyball.
Set up by Champagne and just demolished by Anna Stevenson.
And that's a great play by Champagne. Those last 2 steps are so critical with the setter and the attacker. If they're in sync, the tempo of the set's going to be perfect. And it was just a great swing on the right side.
At the net, Axis Elite able to hang in. Now Oklahoma, where will they go with it? It's the left side, but the block is right there.
And Peyton Bagwell is locked in on that block. She's stepping right in front of her hitters every time, looking at the last 2 steps of this hitter's approach and balancing that out perfectly.
That kill's going out of bounds. Got to ask you, Aaron, whenever you try and set up the block, are you usually trying to set it up with 2 players, and can you sometimes just do it with 1?
Well, it depends on what the scheme is. So a lot of times coaches will call, go ahead and cheat right or cheat left because you have a big attacker that way. But it really is dependent all upon the middle blocker's footwork to get all the way out to the pin to second block that ball. The pin player sets the block up, and it's the middle blocker's job to get all the way there.
A lot of strategy going on here. Sarah Maris in the game for Oklahoma had one good swing. Now Axis Elite trying to answer, and that one's a kill by Alexandra Wright, the middle blocker.
And both teams really activating their middle in that last play, and that is so critical, especially in a competitive match, because you want to get those middle blockers attacks, so it frees up zones for the pin players to swing, and those are the players that are going to score a lot more points percentage-wise.
Here's Maris up against the net. Point Axis Elite. Still early in this match, but you can usually sense when you're a championship program what you're dealing with for the next couple hours. I think you just get the feel that Oklahoma knows this is not going to be an easy match. Axis Elite has come to play. Ellwanger. Ellwanger again. She goes soft this time, and it's perfect.
And every coach I've had that was an outside hitter coach said the outside position is a cat and mouse game. And Ellwanger is playing the perfect cat and mouse game. She's taking really big swings, she's going cross-court line, and then relying on that tip when she just needs to score a point, she sees it open.
Oklahoma trailing by one. Side out, Oklahoma peak performance. There's Allie Evans, the Tulsa commit. The only college commit on this Oklahoma squad. In fact, both of these teams only have one commit apiece, but I guarantee you by the time these young ladies are graduated from high school, going to see major scholarships signed for sure. Here's Maris. Got the touch, point, and we're all tied.
The outsides are just so, they have to be big swingers. They have to be fearless because they get a lot of jump balls. So when they get that perfect set, they really need to recognize what the defense is doing and find zones that work well and attack them as much as possible.
Alexandra Wright taps it over. Now Maris again. Ellwanger called for it. They go the other way. Taking the most out of their opportunities. That's Catherine Carey, number 8, just inserted into the game on the right side.
Great cross-court shot. She was actually showing line and turned that hand, kept that thumb up the whole time to get the cross-court shot.
Back row now. Axis Elite. Blocked at the net. Carey couldn't put it over. Here's Wright. And this ball is going to be a point for Axis Elite.
And when you watch these matches, these championship matches, the one thing you should notice is that no team is really in system a lot. In system means they have a 3-pass and they have all 3 options that they want. A lot of points and rallies, everybody is out of system. They're trying to just make a play out of the ball. And these girls are so composed in those tough situations.
Axis Elite is now starting to separate. How about 3 straight points? It's 14-11.
And that's a very out-of-system play, attacking out of the back row. But Christina Ellwanger has been on fire for Axis Elite today.
Axis Elite 12-0 coming into this championship match. Only lost 1 set over the past week. 1.72 point ratio against opponents. I want you to explain what that point ratio means, Aaron.
So that means that per match, Axis Elite Rock scores 1.72 points more than their opponent does. So that means that their offense is very efficient. They run their offense well and they put balls away. It has nothing really to do with overall scoring points. It just means that they earn a lot of points for themselves.
Nicely done. I'll leave all the hard work to you. Coach Michael Witten, he remembers the 15-year-old great team that he had a couple years back. He reminisces about that team. And he's a coach that has coached club. He's coached recreation. He's coached a little bit of high school. Part of a championship program in South Carolina. He's seen just about everything. Right now, he's got a hot team under his thumb as Allison Witten hammers away.
And that's his daughter on the outside. You know, growing up in such a volleyball environment, I'm sure she has upper volleyball IQ. She's only a freshman and swinging like a senior on the ball.
Swinging big. Block that time. And it's a point for Oklahoma.
And that's why volleyball is such a vertical sport, because you want a big block in front of a big power hitter like Allison Witten. And when that block is perfectly set up and nice and tight, that ball is going to go straight back down to the floor.
Witten again. And this one, it's out point for Axis Elite. So Witten gets 3 straight swings. 2 of those she cashes in. Ninth grader playing with a bunch of 16-year-olds. Not too bad. Now a 4-point game, 17-13 after Oklahoma mishandles it. Little concern from Will Etheridge. I don't think he expected this type of start for his team. This one sails out.
And Will Etheridge is an all-around coach. I mean, he talked about ball control, ball control, ball control. They have no specific focus. He's not just a setting coach. He goes all around the court. And right now, you know, there are a lot of errors that Oklahoma Peak Performance has had, or a lot of points that Peak Performance has been on the errors of Axis Elite, so they really need to start generating more points.
How about Allison Witten? The 9th grader right now going to Hammertown.
She's got some springs in her legs, that's for sure, and she's gone up against big blocks before, so she knows exactly what to do to beat it.
Oklahoma finally breaks the string. That was 5 straight points from Axis Elite, and now it's 19-14. What a tournament this has been over the last 11 days. 11 kills so far for Axis Elite. This AAU Junior National Championship. So many entertaining moments, and we're not done yet as Ryan Emmert, number 7, comes up with the big block. She is the tallest player on the team for Oklahoma.
And Axis Elite is really trying to force the ball to Allison Witten, but that block is huge. You have to try to mix her up, move her a little bit farther inside, run her a quicker tempo. Allow her to beat that block so she doesn't have to hit through it.
Now 2 straight points for Emmert. At times it can be intimidating.
And Emmert really didn't have to do much on that ball. Just got a nice pop on top of it and it went straight down.
Evans able to get it over. And now Oklahoma coming back with 3 straight of their own. And it's 19-17.
And great dig. One-handed to set up a 2-play on the outside.
Oh, that's a missed swing there and a critical service error.
But now Allison Witten is in the back row for Axis Elite Rocks.
See where Oklahoma goes with it. Oh, there's an illegal hit. So a couple of errors on Oklahoma here on a critical time. Oklahoma Peak Performance going to have to get it together. 11-1 they come into this match with. 75% of their sets played. They have won. 1.27 ratio against opponents. They have been challenged in this tournament. They have answered the bell most of the time, but it's going to be interesting to see if they can do it again here. If you are Will Etheridge right now, Aaron, what are you telling your team?
Stop giving them unnecessary points. You have to limit the errors on your side. Score points for yourself. Ball control is where the game is. Serve and pass well. Allow the 3 options to swing. You have so many lethal attackers and you're isolating yourself to only 1 or 2. So really have to focus on that passing and defense.
Allie Evans. How about the dig in the back row for Axis Elite? And now Ellwanger hammering down. What caught your eye there?
That whole play was perfect. The defensive dig was right into where the setter wants to make the play. Getting under the ball. Setter hardly has to move. She's in the circle, and then the swinger just goes down the line. That's exactly the perfect textbook play in transition.
Axis Elite trying to add to it. Middle blocker has come alive for Oklahoma Peak Performance. Ryan Emmert. Now they go to that left side. Evans can't put it home. Elwinger. How about Jordan Kramer right now? Digging everything in the back row for Oklahoma.
And it's no surprise when this Oklahoma Peak Performance team needs a kill, they're going to dish it out to Allie Evans. She's playing way above her age. She's very mature and composed on the outside.
Oh, that was awesome. Anna Stevenson, the Auburn recruit. Bam.
And she just showed exactly why she's going to Auburn. Look at that height she gets on that vertical and slams that ball back into the one zone. The block had no chance on touching that.
Third kill for Stevenson. It was the best of the match. Elwinger taps it over. And right up against the block. Nice point, Allie Hembry.
When you have a right side player that can put balls away like Allie Hembry, you want to set her as much as possible, especially in transition, because a lot of left front blockers do not like to go ahead and block. They always want to play defense and get back to their point to take a swing.
Alexandra Wright couldn't put it down, but right there, her teammates there to help her out. Axis Elite now has set point 24-19. Embry. Dug by Whitten. Now Elwinger. Nice block. 2 and 9 combining. That's Kahilo and Hembry. Let's see if Oklahoma can fight off some set points here as they send Erica Shaw back to serve. This ball, tough shot coming up here.
And a free ball opportunity on set point.
Bam. Yeah, they gave it to him. Christina Elwinger was not going to let that opportunity slip away. 25-20, a little bit sloppy from Oklahoma Peak Performance, and Axis Elite takes full advantage. Headed to set number 2. Greenville, South Carolina wins the first. We're back after this.